Hey everyone. This is a dream I had last night. I usually sit on my dreams, and today I was talking to the Lord about it because this dream was kind of. I know there's a deeper meaning that I'm not seeing, I think. And so I was like, Lord, do you want to post this? Because I usually sit on these and try to at least, analyze them a little bit. Um, I was like, Lord, please speak to me and please just let me know what it is you want me to do with this because I know this is from you. And he said, it's a warning, it's an alarm, post it. I was like, okay, I will. And so here I am. So I'm going to get started with the dream. I was at this beach I've never seen before. I don't think it really was anywhere. It was just a setting that the Lord put me in. I was the only one at this beach. There was no one else there. Um, the weird thing about this beach, it had like hills. It was like a, it had like these hills that were kind of pointed, but they were made out of rock and sand. And I spent a lot of time on this beach, and the majority of the time, I was snowboarding on this beach. It was weird. I had a snowboard, I had headphones, I was listening to music. I don't know what song I was listening to. Um, and I was snowboarding on these mountainous sand, rocky hill type things. And once I got done snowboarding, it was like maybe I felt like I was snowboarding for at least about 30 minutes. It was quite a bit. And I've never snowboarded before. I don't know how to snowboard, so that was weird. Um, After I got done, the snowboard, I don't know where I put it, but all of a sudden I was walking, and there were like these those hill mountain sand dirt hills I was talking about. There were two of them, and there was a path going between them, and it veered to the right and went this way. And as I was going, and I started walking between this path between the two mountain things, and I'm walking, and I see a snake slither. It was about this long, a normal sized snake. It was normal, slithering towards me, and it was black. This snake was extremely black. Like I couldn't even see its face black, but it was like almost a charcoal. It was a mixture of it. Um, and then as it was coming towards me, I was like, well, I don't want to get in this path because I don't know if this thing is poisonous or if it's not. I just don't want to get bit. So I walked to the left and walked around it, and just walked past, and it just slithered past me towards the ocean. Um, so I make a right towards following the path, and there's grass on the right side of the path, and it's tall grass, and there's another one of those super black snakes perched, with his head coiled, staring at me, about 10 yards, a good distance. So I didn't really worry about it. I was just looking at it. It was staring at me like it was waiting to strike. Like it was angry. It was mad. And I was like, well, you stay there and I'll keep walking. We're good. And so it didn't bother me. It just stayed there. And I kept walking past it. And I'm walking. I have no clue where I'm going on this path. I just know I'm just following this path. And I look behind me, and that snake that just passed me is coming towards me. But the crazy thing was this thing was 2 times as big. Like his head was bigger, about this, and his body was bigger, and it was just as longer. And it was coming towards me. It was still a good distance away. I was like, okay, this is weird. So I started walking a little faster, thinking it's gonna just slither away or not even come my direction. And I'm walking, and I make sure that it's following me or not following me. And I look behind, and it's following me, but it's 2 times as big. This thing it's like surpassing anaconda size, and his head is about this big on my chest, and it's just as long, and it's slithering a little faster. And the crazy thing was that when it slithered and it saw him and it was following me, his head like would lunge forward and he would drag his body with his head to get more distance shortened. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. In this dream, I didn't fear anything. I didn't fear this snake. I wasn't scared at all. I just knew at this point I had to keep distance. It wasn't that I had to kill it. I didn't have to try to, you know, fight it. I just had to keep my distance away from this snake. And so I started jogging away to keep the distance. And I'm jogging. I'm like, okay, I got good enough distance. I look behind me. This thing is 2 times as big again. This thing is huge. His head is massive, about this big, and he's just as long. And when I look behind me, it did the head lunge thing again, where it would lunge his head, try to get to shorten the distance from me, and drag his body. He was trying to speed up, but he could only go so fast. And so now I'm running, but I had no fear. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep distance. I know I can outrun this thing. I'm doing fine. And I'm running at a good speed right now. And as I'm running, I'm looking back, and this thing has gotten to twice as big again, and it lunges head again forward, trying to close the gap. And now it's slithering just faster, and it's kind of catching up to me now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna need some help or something, because eventually, if this thing is growing as it is this quick, it's gonna catch me. And so like I'm sprinting right now, and I look behind me, and it's twice as big again, and it's closed pretty. So like I'm here, and it's like right here, and I'm running, and now it's just slithering, trying to catch up to me, and I sprint as hard as I can, and I get a pretty good distance away from him, and I just turn around and stop and look at it, and I'm like, why is this thing following me? And then I was like, and then as it was about 10 to 20 yards away from me, and it was almost there on me, and I woke up, and when I woke up, in my mind, I was screaming, Jesus, 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 help, Jesus' name. I was screaming out Jesus, because I felt like right when I woke up out of the dream, I was like, man, I just needed to call on Jesus in that dream. He would have saved me. But I think me waking up out of that dream was me being saved. I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, that was the dream. I think that the snake is Satan. It's the evil. It's the darkness. And I was possibly representing the bride, the church, the true Christians, the elect, the chosen, and how that we have been keeping our distance away from the darkness because we see it. We recognize the snake. We know where the snake is. When you see danger, you don't want to hang out with it. So we distance ourselves away from the world. Distance ourselves away from Babylon's. We're staying separate from the world, and I guess, and staying separate from evil and the darkness, which is the snake, I think. That's all I can get for right now. And I think the point where it was right about to be on me and I guess attack me or eat me was the point I woke up out of the dream saying, Jesus, is that when he's going to save us? Because in that dream, at that point when he was really coming up on me, I knew, but I still wasn't scared, that I could not run this thing anymore. Like, I could not outrun that huge, massive snake the way it was slithering. And I knew if it made one more head lunge, it was going to get me. But I had no fear. I was just like, okay. And that's when I woke up. Like I said, I haven't had long to contemplate this dream. I just know I need to get it out. I know it's a warning. I know that it's kind of an alarm, but it's not to be fearful of it. A warning is a warning. It's nothing to fear. It's just for you to be alert and take heed. to understand that, okay, this is alarm, this is a warning, prepare for it, be ready, and you'll be fine. Which we are. We've been ready this whole time. The bride, we know what we're up against, and we know who's already won, and we're with the one who already won, so we're okay. I asked from you guys because you guys always help me a lot, and I haven't contemplated this dream much at all. I had it last night. I went to work this morning, and I just got back, so I haven't really just sat on this. I asked for you guys for your interpretations, perspectives, what it is it could be. It might be how close to 3 days of darkness are, whatever this darkness thing that everyone's confirming, because the snake was that black. It was so black, but it had like a charcoal black to it. I couldn't even see its face. Maybe that's the illusion, what it means. It could just be darkness and how rapidly it is increasing, showing how rapidly the snake increased. But yeah, please inform me. Let me know what you guys think about this. I haven't had time to think about it that much at all, but I knew I just needed to get it out because I'm trying to be obedient, and I am. And yeah, so God bless you guys. Take heed to this message. However it speaks to you, go to the Lord about this, of course. Seek His counsel on this, and be blessed. If you don't know Christ, you don't have much time. You really don't. Please don't procrastinate. This is of all times in the whole history of mankind, this is not the time to procrastinate. If you need prayer, if you need guidance, please seek me, ask for my help. Seek God first. But if you need extra help and you want to get some personal opinions and personal experiences that I've had, please email me. Please contact me. This is no time to play around. It's not. We're in the last hour, definitely. If you can't see it, please just flip on the news. Go online for about 20 minutes. You'll find out. Please surrender. Surrender, guys. Surrender. It's okay. He loves you. He's not going to... Someone who loves you that much isn't going to leave you stranded. You may get some chastisements. Yes, everyone does. But what parent doesn't chastise their children? It's because they love them. It's discipline. You only discipline the things you love. Sorry, I got dogs all over me. You can see. All over me. All these doggies. But anyways, sorry. Get to know Christ if you haven't. Get curious about Him. See why we're so crazy about Him, you know? See why we're called the Jesus freaks, which we happily accept that title, because that means we're doing our thing right. But yeah, be blessed, guys. I love you. I love you very much. Take heed.